Good morning, my friends, and I want to wish all of you a happy Easter. And it's kind of interesting that you have 3 more days until the end of the month. And next to my birthday strategy, the happy holiday strategy works amazingly well. So I want to wish all of you a happy Easter. And whether you're trying to build your business on Facebook or you're trying to build your business on LinkedIn, believe it or not, even during a holiday, you can be enrolling people in your business. And the best time to use the holiday strategy, obviously, is before the holiday starts, because people are more inclined to answer it then. But by the same token, today being Good Friday, a lot of people are off. A lot of people are going to be home. A lot of people are going to be more open and receptive to talking to you. So from today, all next week, you still have the opportunity to re-engage people that you've already been talking to, or to engage new people. But today I want to talk about, I want to go beyond engagement, because at the end of the day, yes, we want to talk to people, but more important than that, we want to close people. We want to bring people into the business. Now, you can all change your life and business in 90 days by creating a growth mindset. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Number one, you have to believe that you can be successful. And I don't care how long you've been in network marketing. I don't know how many times you've tried and failed. First and foremost, you have to believe that you can be successful. And for those of you that are regular students, the success stories that I share should bolster your belief. Hey, it was possible for other people. It can be possible for you. Next, you have to believe in your potential. Is this really something that you can do? And I'm handing you a 4-step formula that over the years has been responsible for the success of millions of people. Believe in your potential. And then it's all about successful action. Create your profile, connect with people, communicate with them, and close the people that need and want what you have. Successful action repeated over and over and over again will enable you to achieve results. The more results you have, the better you do, the greater your belief. And it's circular. The more you do it, the higher your belief. The more action you take, the more results. Caroline, I got your message. Congratulations. you are definitely on your way. So before I jump into today's content, I want to invite all of you, if you haven't registered for my April boot camp that starts next week, go to maxligo.com/bootcamp. I have a special Easter promotion. Use the promo code Bigger Deal. It'll drop the price to $59. This boot camp has 5 sessions. 5, not 4. Create, connect, communicate, and close. And the next one, the last one, is the daily routine of top earners. And here we're going to bolster your belief factor. We're going to show you the important lessons that you'll learn from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, the daily routine that top earners are following that will take you to the top, and finally, how to develop the mindset of $1 million earner. We also have a special promotion for our 90-day bootcamp challenge. Go to maxligo.com/90-day challenge. Use the promo code Shamrock. You can take another $50 off, all right? Now, LinkedIn and Facebook have changed again. Seems like they're changing all of the time. And they're in the midst of what they're calling the Great Reshuffle. They are adding 10 million new subscribers every month. They are being overwhelmed with new business. And as a result, they're having to change things. They're rethinking. They're changing everything. And a lot of their features aren't working. They are being overwhelmed. Now, you all can transform your profiles into marketing magnets. Your existing profile with 6 profile tweaks. In our profile guide, there's over 20, but with just 6. The first one, obviously, being change your picture on Facebook. And what do these things do? They give you the opportunity to react, respond, and engage people that react to your changes. Instead of you proactively going out, reaching out to people that you'd like to think are prospects for your business, a profile picture change gives you the opportunity to reach back at them. But if you want to close 80% of the people that you talk to on LinkedIn or Facebook, 80%, you got to follow my scripts. And it's all about the other person. It's not about you selling. It's about you determining if there is an opportunity to sell. You only want to talk to qualified prospects about your business. So you think someone could be a prospect. Nurses are attracted to your business. Any nurse that is unhappy with their current circumstance that would like to make more money will slap on an open to work frame around their picture. But there are going to be a lot of nurses that would also be looking for an opportunity, open for an opportunity, but they don't have that open to work frame. And then there are going to be nurses that have that open to work frame that would not be good candidates for your business. So how do you know? You ask questions. you have a conversation. The secret to connecting with the right people: number one, the contents of their profile; two, their visible daily activity, and their answers to questions. Folks, it's not what works in network marketing, it's what duplicates. And what I'm sharing with you, what I've been sharing for 27 years, duplicates. Find somebody on Facebook, find somebody on LinkedIn, bring them into your business. And then within 2 or 3 days, while they're still excited, you could help them change their picture, talk to people that they're connected with, and bring them into the business. And then a few more days later, they can be reaching out, connecting with people that they know. As simple as this sounds, it's the way it works. So let me just say right from the start, you can't fail. You can't fail. With unlimited prospects to talk to on LinkedIn or Facebook, and with continual practice, you simply can't fail. The content of your profile, your daily activity, positions you to be perceived as an expert and influencer by everyone that sees you. The secret to connecting with perfect prospects that easily convert to new business partners and customers has to do with only 3 things. 1, the relationships you create with your profile, the influence you generate with your activity and your posts. And posting has proven to be the biggest relationship builder on Facebook and LinkedIn. And 3, the conversations you initiate with the people that react and respond to what you post. It's not about engagement. It's about conversation. I had somebody call me last night and tell me, Max, this guy's got this phenomenal LinkedIn training. You really got to check it out. So I spent 15, 20 minutes looking at what they were talking about. And not surprising, they're talking about engagement. And the big emphasis was on impressions. Impressions. How many people see what you're posting? And it's not about impressions. Yes, impressions are important. How many people actually looked at what you posted? But you could have all the impressions in the world. You could have thousands of impressions, but you don't know who those people were. So we need to do something that will stimulate the people that are looking at what you're doing to react to it, to like it, to make a comment, to share it. And there, right there, is the big secret to effective engagement. Effective engagement. We need to be posting things that your target audience will appreciate enough that they will want to share it, that they will want to like it or make a comment. The ability to get people to talk to you, follow you, take action, and join your team revolves around everyone's perception of who you are, which is completely in your hands and totally in your control. Totally. The key to using my strategies and scripts successfully so you close more people in less time is to simply use them with the right qualified people. In my Ask Max session yesterday at 4 o'clock, I jumped into one of my coaching students' accounts, and he was talking. He wanted me to look at 3 conversations. And out of the three, there was one that was a phenomenal prospect. The other two, not so much. And so I pointed out to Steve, I said, look, you have access to 1,030,000,000 people on LinkedIn. You have access on Facebook to 3 billion people. Look at those 3 people that you're talking to. We know which one is the best prospect. The key to your success is to only talk to people like this third prospect. Forget the other ones. God knows you have enough information. Closing more sales is less about selling, more about listening and solving problems. If your prospect doesn't have problems that can be solved by working with you or doesn't feel like they need your product, it's a waste of your time and effort to continue to talk to them. You're reaching out to people every day. You're sending connection requests. And we're doing it in a hurry. There's no point in studying a profile. There's no point in studying a profile initially. You have your basic fundamental parameters. We reach out to these people. Do they fall into the category of who you're looking for? So you send out connection requests with a little message. We work with the people that accept your connection request. The better you get at picking people, the higher your acceptance rate is going to be. But now that you've been accepted, it's not unusual for you to look at a person's profile. They've accepted you, yes. But then you look at the profile, and unless you can see a need or unless you can see potential synergy, doesn't mean you have to talk to them. It's okay when you look at a person's profile after they're connected and say, what was I thinking? There is no potential synergy. Now, sometimes you'll send out a connection request to somebody, not because there's synergy or not because you look at them as a prospect for your business. You reach out to some people because you want to be connected to the people they're connected to. You're not going to bring Brian Tracy into your business. You're not going to bring in Tony Robbins. You're not going to bring in some very, very high-end networkers or trainers. But you want to be connected to them so that you could be connected to their connections. The reason most people fail in sales or network marketing and lose a lot of money and time is they try to sell their product or opportunity to the wrong people. Remember, you can't fit a square peg into a round hole, and you can't sell filet mignon at 2 cents a pound to a vegetarian. We're not trying to sell when we talk to people, when we connect with people. We're trying to determine if there's an opportunity to sell. Now, the top earners in network marketing will tell you that if you want to be successful, you must talk to a minimum of 5 people about your business every day. 5. 25 a week. Now, you can easily do that on LinkedIn and Facebook in less than an hour by engaging your best prospects in a conversation. These conversations can lead to sales when you follow my scripts. Top earners will tell you if you want to be wildly successful, you must talk to at least 10 people about your business every day. 50 people a week. You can do that on LinkedIn and Facebook in an hour by engaging your best prospects in a conversation. Now, these conversations can lead to sales when you follow my proven scripts. And for those of you that have aspirations to become top earners in your business, in the next 90 days, in the next 120 days, in the next 6 months, you must talk to 20 people a day about your business. Monday through Friday, that's 100. At the end of a month, you'll have talked to 100 people. No, 400 people. And you can do that on LinkedIn and Facebook in 2 to 3 hours by engaging your best prospects in conversations. Now, you don't have to do it at a 2 hours stretch. You can do 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. These conversations can lead to sales when you follow my proven scripts and advanced texting tactics. Because when you start bringing in a large number of people, you have to consolidate the way you train. So, in my 3-day top earner retreats, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, over the holiday weekend, we're going to make available how network marketers catch whales, people with large circles of influence. And we're about to open up registration for our spring top earner retreat. So watch your email. We've demonstrated what happens when you change your profile picture. 2 years ago, I worked with Will Zanders. At the time, he was number 5 in his company. He was all over Facebook, wasn't using LinkedIn very much. He jumped in a boot camp, decided he wanted to go faster, so we jumped into my coaching program. And then he sent me this quick testimonial. I implemented the strategies from our coaching call. Within 72 hours, I was the #1 recruiter globally for the week. Now, when you hear success stories like this, you have to understand a little bit about the background. He had over 4,200 friends that he was connected to on Facebook. He had over 8,000 followers. So anything he did was seen by a large number of people. The more people that see it or have access to it is only meaningful if people react to it. Change your picture, you'll be amazed at the people that will react. Within 72 hours, he was the #1 recruiter globally for the week because he talked to the people that reacted and responded to his people change, to his profile change. Then 2 weeks later, he sends me this. It's exactly like you said it would be. Since last week, I made 2 posts that generated dozens of easy conversations by following your scripts word for word, and I generated a dozen sales. If you follow the scripts and focus on the other person, you could be doing the same thing. Of course, it depends on who you're connected with and who sees those posts. His activity made his entire organization curious about what he's doing, resurrected a few of his dormant distributors that want to get back in the business, and he also made 3 appointments with people that want to get in his business. When you start changing your actions and your activity on Facebook, you're going to hear from friends, you're going to hear from family members that are going to come back at you and they're going, what are you doing? What's up? What are you doing? Family members that maybe you told about the business 2 years ago, 3 years ago. People that you know that have a vague idea of what you're doing, have avoided talking to you about it, are going to come back. They're going to ask you, what are you doing? What are you doing? Now, you don't have to tell them. You don't have to respond if you don't want to. But the proof is in the testimonial that he called in with. Think about this. He brings somebody into the business, knows nothing about network marketing, but she's very active on Facebook, changes her picture, follows the script. In 1 week, she was the #7 recruiter in the business.
I do have a great quick testimony. Just sponsored a new individual. I actually got a member of my team on here who's one of our newest six-figure earners, Melissa Brower. So I wanted to give her a shout out. She just hit 100K in this company. She's already done it before, but this is the most fun we've had. And a young lady I just sponsored who has zero network marketing experience, I taught her just a few of the techniques that you taught me, and she's already like number 7 in recruiting in our company right now. I just saw her name on the leaderboard tonight. So I was like, wow, I got to tell Max. So it's really cool. I just wanted to tell you, man, everything you're teaching, it works in real life. And we all appreciate you so much.
Now, the key words that you needed to pick out of his story, they're having fun. You bring somebody into your business, you ask them to, you give them a list or they make a list and you give them a script, you ask them to call these people. That's not fun. Change your picture. React to the people that react and respond. Post a joke. Engage the people that react and respond. 6 months later, he went from number 2. I'm sorry, he went from number 5 to number 2. Last summer, he's coming back from his company convention. And again, he's changing his picture all the time and engaging the people that react and respond. He called me from his car leaving Vegas.
I'm driving, so I want to share this quick testimonial in case my signal cuts out. I'm heading out of Vegas right now. Had a great time in Las Vegas. I was in your boot camps and we were doing the private coaching. It was amazing. I'm actually working with 2 of my team members right now. One of my guys who's in the car right now has 5 conversations going on about his business and had 0 yesterday. Everybody who's on the Zoom, Max is the guy you want to work with. This is one of the trainers in network marketing who actually has stuff that flat out works in real life, not the latest, greatest click funnel, shiny, gluey stuff. You want the real stuff that works. Now, last but not least, Mike, last time we talked, I think I was the number 6 earner in the company or number 5. So I'm number 2 right now. So we've got a little bit ways to go to number 1. But I just wanted to thank you personally for just really giving us and my organization tools that we really needed, especially from a conversational flow standpoint to get to that level. So we've had a lot of rank advances since then. We're still polishing some things up. I need to do some more coaching with you. I can acknowledge that. But I'm a number 2 earner right now. I just hit the diamond rank last month. That's a solid 45, 50,000 a month, easy. So this has actually been so far the biggest month I've ever had in 10 years of network marketing, man. So really just wanted to thank you personally and anybody who's on the Zoom, man. You really got to take this stuff seriously. Don't just play with it. Max is the real deal.
It took him 6 months to go from number 5 to number 2. And about a month ago, I heard from him again. Now he's number 1. Now he's number 1. 2 years. I'm not sharing this with you to impress you. I'm sharing this with you to impress upon you what all of you can be doing. In our April boot camp, I am thrilled to announce we're finally going to get our private message scripts for social media book compressed, complete. And for those of you that have been in the January boot camp, February boot camp, or March boot camp, we've been giving you these you've been getting the scripts. Surely I'll call you. Yes. You know, Shirley, there's nothing sweeter than an I told you so. Okay? Nothing sweeter than an I told you so. So, in addition to having the scripts book complete, and for those of you that were in the February boot camp or the March boot camp, we're going to be loading this back into the records of those recorded sessions. But now we're also going to be introducing Max AI. You know, for 27 years, my scripts have served as artificial intelligence scripts, what to say to a prospect. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to put it in a chat bot. You want to know what to say? Type it in the bot, and it'll come up and give you your answer. Max AI will allow you to conveniently tap into a database of my scripts, my training. Text me directly for answers to any question. How do I connect with someone on LinkedIn or Facebook? What do I say? Give us a little more information. How do I connect with someone that's a doctor, a lawyer, chiropractor? What do I say to a teacher or a school principal? Type it in the box, and you'll get your answer. What do I say to a fitness instructor? What do you say to a weight loss coach? How do I start a conversation with a sales trainer that's looking for an opportunity? How do I explain what network marketing is? What do I say when someone says, I don't like network marketing? What do I say when someone says, I never had any success with network marketing? And we're going to provide you with answers that will clearly enable you to move these conversations along and quickly identify, do we keep talking to these people or not? So the secret to increasing your closing ratios is simple. You start out, you approach people based on your perception of who they are. We want to find out, what are they currently doing? What are their needs? What are their problems? And you're going to gauge people by the way they respond, by how open they are, how responsive they are, the answers to your questions. And as you're learning about them, we want to see, do they have the aptitude? Do they have the skills? Do they have the temperament? Do they have the experience in whatever they were doing to be successful in your business? The more experience they have, the better. How many people are they connected to? What do they like to do? And before you get into talking about your business or network marketing, you want to find out, what's their experience. Even if you haven't identified a need, it's easy to say to a nurse that doesn't appear to be looking for an opportunity, Betty, most of the nurses that I work with on LinkedIn that have been in the profession as long as you've been have also worked with a network marketing company to generate some extra income on the side. Have you ever done anything like that? Or what experience do you have with the network marketing business model? We're not trying to sell, we're just trying to learn more about them. When people want to know what you do, we have an answer. I've worked in the corporate world for 20 years. I'm currently an office manager. And I also have a fast-growing internet business. That's going to enable me to move to Florida next year and retire. What do you do? Why? What prompted you to get into teaching? It's easy. You're looking for a need. You're looking for issues that you can help them solve. Lila, we're so excited. It's only been a week since we started. We've already enrolled 5 people in our business. We got 3 more almost ready to go. We never thought it could be so easy. Now, my personal coaching made it possible for them because they wanted to go fast. And it's all about perception. Your picture, your cover, your headline. Set the stage for you to talk to people. The content of your profile sets the stage, makes people curious about who you are, about what you do. So that people look at your profile and they go, wow, I don't know what you're doing, but boy, I'd like to be doing what you're doing. And Sam, when we first started working together, we set up his profile. We developed posting criteria. And we discovered that out of the 47 people he was already connected to, something like 1,700 of them were potential prospects. So in addition to going out looking for new people to talk to, he went back and started to connect with people that he was already connected with. After that session, he came back with this. I sponsored 12 people in 2 weeks. 12 people in 14 days. It's one a day. And then he ran into another issue. I've been on Zooms 5 to 6 hours a day training people. And I said, Sam, if you're going to keep this up, and there's no reason why you can't, you have to get organized. You have to set up a schedule where you're going to do training at a particular time. One day you're going to train on this. Another day you're going to train on that. Another day you're going to train on that. So that you can work with all of those 12 people at the same time. Help them, move them along, and still leave time for you to do your own recruiting. And sure enough, he sends me this. Thanks so much for your coaching, Max. I've added 21 new team members in the last 3 weeks, and it's still growing. Your way of coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months, stuck, not going forward, getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90% of the people that he talks to. 21 in 3 weeks, 12 in 2 weeks. It's 33 people. 33 people. And all of you, every one of you, is heading down the same road. You talk to someone, you communicate with them, you try to learn as much as you can about them. And then, as long as they fit the bill, you keep talking. They have a need that could be solved by working with you. The next part was, so, most of the people that I work with your experience, have worked with a network marketing company to generate additional income on the side. What experience have you had with that? There's about 11 or 12 different versions of that, but the bottom line is, what is their experience with network marketing? before you think about talking to them about your business. What do they know about network marketing? How do they feel about it? And if they have a negative attitude about it, it's okay. Never be afraid when someone says, oh, I don't like network. Hey, when I was growing up, I didn't like spinach. My mother insisted I eat it. Which reminds me of a personal story. When I was growing up, my Uncle Charlie was my male role model. My mother divorced my father when I was 8. So Uncle Charlie was always around. He was married to my mother's sister. Well, when he was 70, he was in the hospital. And so I went to visit him. I get to the hospital around 5:30, and he's in bed, and he's crying. He's crying. And he had just finished his dinner. In fact, the tray was still there. And I was wondering, what's wrong? Are you okay? He was crying. I said, what's wrong? And he says, all my life, I thought I hated spinach. Okay. I avoided it, never ate it. And he says, tonight for dinner, I had no idea what it was, but they had cream spinach as one of the vegetables. So I ate it, and oh my God. I asked the nurse, I said, well, what is that? She says, it's cream spinach. And then I realized that all my life, I have turned my nose up to spinach. One time, when I was young, I was forced to eat it. I didn't like the taste. I stayed away from it ever since. 60 years, I have avoided eating spinach because of a misconception that I had about it. Same thing. There are going to be people that have negative attitudes about network marketing based on their own experience, based on the experiences of people that they know. And the truth is, whenever you run into somebody that has a bad attitude about network marketing, you just have to remind yourself that, hey, you've got better information than they do. That's all. Better information. Somebody says to you, I've never met anybody that's made any money in network marketing. Your immediate response should be, man, you just need to meet some new people. You need to meet some other people. There are people in this business that have been outrageously successful. Outrageously successful. You could be too. And when you run into somebody that feels this way, it's okay. It's okay. You can be a real life changer. We heard from Joanne, who not only is building a Melaleuca business, she sells insurance. She just went to work for another company, signed up 40 insurance agents in 1 month. First month we started working together, she doubled her income. Second month, it tripled. Within 90 days, she sends me this, my confidence through the roof. So in the last 10 days, I've enrolled 4 people. It's a new record for me. I'm not showing you this to impress you. I'm showing you this to impress upon you what you can be doing, what everybody that is struggling in your business can be doing. That's all there is to it. All right. So for those of you that are students, former students, jump into my April boot camp because it's going to be a real game changer for everybody. We're going to show you the thing. LinkedIn has made some outrageous changes. The free service limits you now to 10 profile searches a month. So I will be back at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Again, I want to wish all of you a happy Easter. We will have our 11 o'clock Ask Max session tomorrow. And we will have our mastermind session as well. You're all heading down the same road. There's nothing to prevent you from being successful. All right? So until next time, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you go as far and as fast as you want to go. And Caroline, I am not sure. I'm not surprised that you beat out 200 people. Not at all. We'll catch up to all of you at 1 o'clock.